Imagine a dinosaur. It is bigger than an elephant. Now give it claws like Edward Scissorhands. This is not a scene from a horror movie. This is Therizinosaurus, one of the most bizarre creatures to ever walk the earth. This dinosaur looks like it was pieced together from the spare parts of other dinosaurs. Its strangeness makes it irresistible to dinosaur fans, but Therizinosaurus was also a real animal. It lived and breathed during the Cretaceous period, about 70 million years ago. Its story is a reminder of the incredible diversity of life on our planet. The name Therizinosaurus means scythe lizard or reaping lizard. This refers to its most prominent feature, those enormous claws. These claws were not just big, they were gigantic, some measuring over 3 feet long. They are the longest known claws of any known animal, living or extinct. These impressive weapons give us clues about the dinosaur's life, but they also create more questions than answers. Therizinosaurus belongs to a group of dinosaurs called, you guessed it, Therizinosaurs. These dinosaurs were theropods. Theropods are a group of mostly carnivorous dinosaurs. Think of Tyrannosaurus rex or Velociraptor. But Therizinosaurus was different. It broke all the rules. It was a theropod that seemed to have abandoned a meat-eating lifestyle. Therizinosaurus was a giant, a true marvel of prehistoric times. This dinosaur was unlike any other, with its unique features and imposing size. It grew up to 33 feet long, making it one of the largest theropods ever discovered. To put that into perspective, that's about the length of a school bus and could reach heights of 16 feet. Imagine a creature as tall as a 2-story building, towering over everything in its path. Imagine standing next to this behemoth. The sheer size would be enough to leave anyone in awe. It would tower over you, casting a massive shadow that would make you feel incredibly small. It weighed as much as 5 tons. That's equivalent to the weight of an African elephant, one of the heaviest land animals today. Its long neck and small head were perched atop a bulky body. This unique combination gave it a distinctive appearance among dinosaurs. Its hind legs were stout and powerful, supporting its massive weight. These legs were built for strength, allowing it to move its enormous body. But it was the forelimbs that truly set Therizinosaurus apart. These limbs were unlike those of any other dinosaur. These arms were remarkably long and ended in those incredible claws. The claws were the most striking feature of this dinosaur. The claws were not sharp and curved like those of a predator. Instead, they had a unique shape that puzzled scientists. Instead, they were long, flattened, and scythe-like. These claws could have been used for various purposes, from foraging to defense. Some scientists believe these claws could have been even longer in life. The fossilized remains give us a glimpse, but the reality could have been even more impressive. They may have been covered in a keratinous sheath, similar to the material found in human fingernails and animal hooves. This would have made them even more formidable, adding to the mystique and power of this incredible dinosaur. The function of Therizinosaurus's enormous claws is still a subject of debate among paleontologists. Some believe the claws were primarily defensive weapons. They could have been used to ward off predators like the fearsome Tarbosaurus, a close relative of Tyrannosaurus rex that lived alongside Therizinosaurus. Just imagine the clash of these titans. Others suggest the claws were used for display. Perhaps males used them to attract mates or intimidate rivals. These claws could have been brightly colored, like the plumage of some modern birds. They would have been an impressive sight. Still, others propose that Therizinosaurus used its claws to gather food. The claws could have been used to pull branches towards its mouth or to dig for roots and tubers. Section 5. An herbivore among killers, the Therizinosaur Paradox. Therizinosaurus, a dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period, presents one of the most fascinating puzzles in paleontology. One of the most intriguing aspects of Therizinosaurus is its diet. Unlike its theropod relatives, which were predominantly carnivorous, Therizinosaurus appears to have been an herbivore. Despite being a theropod, a group known for sharp teeth and a taste for flesh, Therizinosaurus seems to have evolved into an herbivore. This is quite unusual because theropods are typically characterized by their predatory nature. Its teeth were small and leaf-shaped, suitable for stripping leaves from branches, but not for tearing flesh. This dental adaptation indicates a significant shift in dietary habits. its long neck would have allowed it to reach high into trees to browse. This feature is reminiscent of modern-day herbivores like giraffes, which use their long necks to access foliage that other animals cannot reach. Its gut was probably large and complex to digest tough plant matter. This is similar to the digestive systems of modern herbivores, which have evolved to break down fibrous plant material efficiently. This shift towards herbivory is a remarkable example of convergent evolution. Convergent evolution occurs when different species develop similar traits independently, often because they occupy similar ecological niches. Therizinosaurus evolved to occupy a similar ecological niche to giant ground sloths and calicothers, mammals that lived millions of years later. These mammals also adapted to a herbivorous lifestyle, showcasing how different species can evolve similar solutions to environmental challenges. These animals also possessed long claws and likely used them for similar purposes. The long claws of Therizinosaurus, once thought to be weapons, were probably used to pull down branches or strip leaves, much like the claws of these later mammals. Section 6. A gentle giant, imagining the life of Therizinosaurus. This fascinating dinosaur, with its enormous claws and unique body structure, has intrigued scientists and dinosaur enthusiasts alike. But what was its daily life like? Based on its skeletal features and what we know about its environment, scientists believe Therizinosaurus was a slow-moving, solitary animal. Its massive claws, which could reach up to a meter in length, were likely used for foraging rather than hunting. It probably spent its days foraging for food in the lush forests and fern meadows of Cretaceous Mongolia. These environments were rich in vegetation, providing ample food sources for herbivorous dinosaurs. It may have used its long neck to reach vegetation high in the canopy, much like modern giraffes do today. This ability would have given it access to food sources that other herbivores couldn't reach. Alternatively, its claws could have been used to dig for roots and tubers, providing a varied diet that included both high and low vegetation. It's even possible that Therizinosaurus supplemented its diet with insects or small animals, similar to some modern herbivores that occasionally consume protein for additional nutrients. This dietary flexibility is seen in modern herbivores like deer or elephants, which are primarily plant eaters but will consume small animals or insects when necessary. Despite its fearsome appearance, Therizinosaurus was probably a gentle giant. Its intimidating claws and large size would have been enough to deter most predators, allowing it to live relatively undisturbed. Its large size and impressive claws would have deterred most predators. These physical traits, while fearsome, were likely more for defense and foraging than for aggression. It's likely that Therizinosaurus lived a relatively peaceful life, moving slowly through its environment, foraging for food and avoiding conflict whenever possible. Browsing on vegetation and interacting with other herbivores in its ecosystem, Therizinosaurus would have been a unique and fascinating part of the Cretaceous landscape, a gentle giant in a world of giants. Section 7. Unearthing the mystery from Mongolia to the world. The story of Therizinosaurus's discovery is a tale of scientific intrigue and perseverance. The first Therizinosaurus fossils were unearthed in the 1940s by a Soviet Mongolian expedition to the Nemegt Formation in Mongolia's Gobi Desert. The discovery was a true enigma. The fossils, which included those massive claws, were so strange that scientists weren't sure what kind of animal they belonged to. Some thought they were the remains of a giant ancient turtle. It wasn't until the 1950s that Russian paleontologist Evgeny Maleev recognized the fossils as belonging to a dinosaur. He named it Therizinosaurus Chelonoformis, meaning scythe lizard or reaping lizard due to the shape of its claws. Section 8. Therizinosaurus in popular culture from obscurity to stardom. For many years, Therizinosaurus remained a relatively obscure dinosaur, known only to paleontologists and dinosaur enthusiasts. However, in recent years, it has experienced a surge in popularity thanks in part to its bizarre appearance and the mystery surrounding its lifestyle. Therizinosaurus has been featured in several documentaries, including Planet Dinosaur in 2011 and Prehistoric Planet in 2022. These documentaries have helped to introduce this unusual dinosaur to a wider audience. Therizinosaurus has also appeared in video games such as Ark Survival Evolved in 2017 and Jurassic World Evolution 2 in 2021. Section 9, A Legacy of Wonder, the enduring allure of Therizinosaurus. Therizinosaurus stands as a testament to the incredible diversity of life on our planet and the power of evolution to produce truly bizarre and wonderful creatures. Its story reminds us that there is still so much we don't know about the history of life on Earth, and that new discoveries can challenge our assumptions and expand our understanding of the natural world. The next time you see a Therizinosaurus in a movie, a video game, or a book, take a moment to appreciate its unique place in the grand tapestry of life. It was a real animal that walked the earth millions of years ago, and its story continues to captivate our imaginations today.